be dead on arrival, because by the time he returned, he went like a fugitive and ran back like a fugitive. Everything lasted barely 36 hours. It was not the kind of trip anyone here would like to make. And we also saw that even in America, up to today, they have not been able to present to us with that video clip evidence of any meeting with any government official of note. Even to speak to international media, he couldn't do that. He only went to VOA and spoke to the Hausa service of VOA. He should have done that in Nigeria and not waste his time going to America. I'm sure there is a Hausa service of VOA right here in Abuja. So I don't think there's anything special to that particular issue. So I don't want us to dwell so much on it. It doesn't deserve the space nor airtime of any serious media. Secondly, there was supposed to be a debate put up yesterday, and I also understand that Atiku cowardly ran away, even though he was at the venue of the debate. And so we could also look at that, which actually it's a pointer to the fact that the man who has been going about in the country seeking for mandates, who wants to be our president, has nothing, absolutely nothing to offer. And so, again, the most important of the issues that I think are up now is the one where Atiku actually defines himself the way all of us have known him to be, where he told us that even if he would be killed, he would sell our national assets, just the way he did when he was the vice president for 8 years. And it did not put us in any doubt as to how he was going to do this. He made it clear that he will enrich his friends. So our national assets are up for grab, and the buyers are already known. They are going to be Atiku's friends. And it is more of the same thing we witnessed for 8 years. And that is, for me, the most important thing. And for once, Atiku has come out clearly to agree with his former principal, his boss, former President Olusegun Obasanjo, who on several pages in his book told us that Atiku is a corrupt person, that is somebody that compromises the system to favor himself, manipulates the system for personal gains, that Atiku's understanding of governance is how rich himself and his friends have become. And he has come out clearly that even if he will have to die, what belongs to all of us must be sold to himself and his friends. That's what Atiku has told this country. And to me, I think it is something we all need to reflect on. It is a sad situation that someone who we all know lacks integrity, who doesn't have any credibility for all the years of his public service, both as a customs officer and as a vice president, hasn't learned any lesson, is not remorseful, is actually telling us in our face that our national assets will be sold and his friends will become rich. We have seen it before. And it is our responsibility as a nation. It is the responsibility of all voters in this country, all well-meaning Nigerians, to ensure Atiku does not have the opportunity of appropriating our commonwealth to himself and his friends. This, we all have a duty and a responsibility to ensure it never happens. So these are the issues I think it is important we look at. It is important we all ask ourselves that critical question, that you have an opportunity to appear before the nation on a platform that was presented to you, that you badly needed, to give account of your past misdeeds and show remorse and apologize to the nation. You have the opportunity to tell them to tell us we have turned a new leaf, that you are a new person, that you are no longer a corrupt person, that you now mean well for all of us in this country. Atiku's understanding of that opportunity was to see the president physically standing beside him and then attack him. Not his policies, not his programs, but attack the president personally. That's what he said he wanted to do. And he said he wouldn't be able to do that if the president was not physically present. That was scandalous. And I thought it was the height of it. You do know that in the past, just 4 years ago, when this opportunity was presented to President Buhari, who was then a candidate seeking the mandate of the people of this country, he confidently and courageously came up, seized the momentum, and spoke to us about his vision and mission for this country. He presented his programs, made promises. Even though the sitting president, as at that time, did not come, President Buhari did not, because of that, run away like a coward that Atiku is. And I can understand clearly that not seeing the president there and turn the place to an avenue to attack the person of the president. The original objective of the people who put the debate in place is to ensure that you come and discuss your policies and programs. And you also point to the weaknesses, or you puncture the policies and programs of your opponent, not to attack the person. It is also very disappointing and a display of arrogance for Atiku to think the other aspirants or candidates who were at the debate yesterday didn't matter. It was only President Muhammadu Buhari that mattered. And we thought, even if that was the case, it should be about the policies and programs of the president. And not saying the president there should have given him the opportunity to tear those policies and programs to pieces. He should be telling Nigerians why it is bad. It was not a good thing for the president that same day, earlier that day, to have commissioned Barroport, in Niger State, which for 16 years of PDP was just a pipe dream. It should have come to tell us that was not good enough. It should have come to tell us that all the abandoned projects that are being completed by the APC, it's not the way to go. It should have come to tell us that. It should have come to tell us that the road that leads to his own community, Jada, in Adamawa State, which for 16 years that he was in government, didn't think was good enough for him to rehabilitate, that is now being done under APC. It should have come out to tell us that was not good enough. It should have come to tell us that the market women, the traders, the farmers, who are the new kings in this country, don't deserve it because they are not his friends. They are not supposed to be rich. He should have come to tell us that yesterday. But he knew there was no way he could have faulted the near 4 years of this administration that has seen unprecedented achievement in terms of activities of government, in terms of successes that we have recorded. There's no way he could have faced this country to debate that. So he had to run away. And the alibi for him was that the president was not physically present. Of course, he was not going to discuss policy and programs, as I've said, with the president. He was going to attack the president, as he rightly said. So it is a shame. And now that he has come out clearly to state to us, namely, that he will sell our national assets even if we will be killed. 2, that he's going to enrich his friends the way he did those 8 years, unfortunate 8 years, while he was the vice president, when national assets were appropriated by himself and his boss and their friends. When education and Nigerian universities were shut for several months, and he was busy negotiating a franchise for his own university in Yola. That is what Atiku represents. And that is what this country has moved away from. It is a dark past that we will never go back to. Atiku is the face of the dark era that this country has witnessed. And that era, and Atiku that personifies the era, are all going to be consigned to the dustbin of history. February 16 is the day when Nigerians will say clearly that we will never look back. We won't go back to an era where Atiku and his gangs would consider other Nigerians as not good enough to be enriched. So these are the issues I think are important to us. And we should not, in their typical Dubai strategy way, browbeat us, taking us away from these important issues that has to do with our national life, that has to do with the future of this country, that has to do with how to get this country out of doldrum that PDP has thrown it. And then to bring the frivolous issue of a former vice president who for 12 years could not travel to America and who now, for whichever way, got himself there like a fugitive and ran back within 36 hours like a fugitive. That to me is not the issue. That to me, the issue is, for me, the issue is about our future, about our country. And Atiku himself has defined his stance. So it's up to all of us in this country to ensure we stop Atiku. We will not allow him to sell our assets. We will not allow him to enrich his friends at the expense of ordinary Nigerians. Nigerians will stop him. And this will happen on the 16th of February.
Thank you, the National Police Secretary.